Mine due to some things I saw recently. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to the moderators, the channel members, the people who support me on Patreon, the people that donate to me when I'm not even live. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate the support from the supporters. I want to talk about the passing of one Michael David Carroll. 5723. Michael. For those of you who may not know, is actually one of the, one of the few black male content creators that I saw. That's before I started making videos. That I could honestly say there were things he said that I really opened my eyes to certain things, especially on the political side. And he passed recently. I commented in the comment section of the Brother of Logic and Common Sense. I commented in his comment section after I saw his video. Then I went back and I saw David's last video. And you could tell that there was something going on, but he still did the commentary because he wanted to produce for his audience. See, when you're a content creator, you want to put your best foot forward for the people that follow you. All right. And I just so happened to look at the comment section. And I saw a lot of people, a lot of men, speaking on his passing. Then I scrolled down some more. And I saw the dark pit of despair that is the Americanized black female, who has no life, whose life is all about getting on social media and blaming everybody else for why they're single. See, winter's still coming for you too. Because they wanted to reference that and they were trying to make fun of his passing. Shows how evil you are. And that shit follows you. That karma is real. When you speak certain things into existence, it only affects you. Right? And the reason why his passing made an impact on me, because I lost someone recently too, a few months ago. And, it's just been a very crazy 2 years. It really has. But I'm going to speak on this video. Make sure y'all get the likes up. Like, what are you here for? Seriously. And we're going to discuss why a lot of you women, there's no saving you. There's no fixing you. You are what you are, and that's all you're going to ever be. And all us as men, especially as melanated men, the best thing that we can do is move forward. All right? Move forward, because when you have something to live for and you're not miserable, you don't wake up every day feeling like you want to jump off the highest bridge, you have something to live for. You have a purpose. A lot of these heifers don't have a purpose. That's why their life sucks. And their life is going to continue to suck. Let's see who's here. Mellow Burr, Vern 85, Ronald, Manimal, Coolest Rarest Thing, Steven 803, God's True Creation, Sydney, Nick, Sir Yeetus, Matthew, Dion, The Prince, Dante, Area Oz, Daisy, Calluses, Falcon DX, Lone Sun, Last Sigil, Sigma, Larry, Thomas, Gerald, Black and Proud, G Mac, Ricky E, DS, Monic. Appreciate that. Marvel Life Comes, what's up? Yeah, let's get the likes up, please, man. Because I want as many people to see what I have to say as possible. I mean, I could just put this on Patreon. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I don't want to. I want y'all to understand, like, the reason why I don't make videos specifically just about women. I like to talk about everything that's infecting our society. We have a lot of single parent households that are ruining children, a lot of unfit mothers. We have males that are mentally dysfunctional. They have never been able to heal from the trauma that they went through. Because you got to understand, there's a lot of people who've dealt with a lot of trauma that end up procreating. And it makes for disastrous effects because they both have not been able to move on. And they've not been able to get help. Khalil, what's up? And because people don't get healing, they end up dating each other, creating a bad mix, right? When I saw those heifers over there in David Carroll's comment section gloating over the fact that he had passed, it justifies why I've gone in and why other black male content creators go in. Men in general. I mean, we've been kicking ass for what, 7, 8, 9 years. We've been kicking ass. We have been checking these heifers left and right. An ad apocalypse couldn't stop us. A MGTOW purge couldn't stop us. They've tried everything, but we still been putting foot to asses for the last 7, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, even before I started. I started back in 2014. And we've been checking these heifers. And you know what's crazy? You got some males that tell us that, we need to stop checking these women. They tell us that we need to stop checking these women and we need to focus on what men are doing. What's good? Hello Kitty, Marcus B, what's up? Make sure y'all like the stream. I mean, listen, y'all, other people can do whatever it is they want to do. I've never specifically spoken just about women. Y'all can look at the video catalog on this channel. I speak about everybody. Anybody that is creating havoc and chaos in society, I'm going to speak about. But I noticed that whenever, because we've made progress in really exposing the true nature of these women, I think that's meant something. When you see the vitriol that's being pushed towards a guy that's no longer here, that tells you the impact that he had. And I want people to understand that you got to keep the pressure up, because if you don't, it's only going to, it's already getting worse, but we continue to wake up people. There's a lot of men who are waking up. There's a lot of men that are waking up. There's a lot of men who are seeing what's going on and they're tired of it. Just like when you look at the political arena, when people see what one particular party is doing and they're tired of it and they're switching over and they're saying, you know what, no more. That's what we have going on. So we are at a point to where we've made so much progress over these years. So much progress. I guess one jackass doesn't like what I'm saying. Bro, nobody saw that. You're a loser. Go cape for those heifers over there on the divestment channels that talk about you like a dog. They talk about you like a dog. But I want a lot of those women to understand that this changes nothing. Okay? This changes nothing. The pressure is still going to be there. And it ain't just going to be from YouTubers. You're starting to see guys that aren't YouTubers speaking about female nature and calling them out for their fuckery. Yeah, he needs to be with the pink pillars. We got male pink pillars. We got male divestors. They're part of the sisterhood. And they need to be over there. Don't be over here. This is where grown men talk. grab your purse and go over there with the divestment heifers. Okay, you're just like them. You're one of them. This is where real men talk. We don't have time for you single mother raised, no father having male feminists. We don't have time for that. Your pandering never works. You don't get any box from them whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And the thing is this, man. One of the things that I want people to understand. I want people to understand that in our society, there are choices that got to be made. And I think that a lot of men are making the right choice by not marrying a lot of you females, especially in the melanated community. They are basically just using you for somebody to sleep with. They're using you as a hobby. They're using you just to have fun with, and then they're moving on to another woman. You see, a lot of you females should be used to being used. That is your life. And instead of you figuring that out, you have this attitude of, I'm just going to have fun, do whatever I want to do, be in the streets. But what happens when you had a couple kids out of wedlock and you realize no man ain't checking for you like that? They're not. What's good, Oakland Raiders? What's up, Charm? Make sure y'all like the stream. And I want people to understand this. What you're hearing and what you've been hearing as far as us here, it's already spreading outwardly. So no matter who passes and who doesn't, the message is already out there. There's nothing you can do. You're seeing men every single day speaking about your bullshit, okay? And they're not going their own way. They're not necessarily red pill, but they see you for who you are. We all see you for who you are. There's no hiding anymore. For so long, these women have blamed us for everything. They blamed us for everything. But understand this. You can't hide anymore. You can't mask yourself behind your BS. You know, there's a video that I saw on World Star. I was contemplating about doing a live stream on it, but I don't know. I may play it here. Who knows? There was a woman, and shout out to everybody that's here. I want to say this. There was a woman that made a video. She made a TikTok video. She was answering a question about the red flags that women ignore. And she talked about the 3 red flags she ignored from her ex, right? She ignored the fact he didn't have health insurance. She ignored the fact that he impregnated 6 women and all 6 of those women had abortions. And she ignored all these red flags only to get herpes. She got herpes because she ignored the red flags. Because she wanted to be with him so bad. And this is a melanated woman we're talking about. They always ignore red flags. It's typical of them. You know, as long as you're the guy, listen, if that guy, the only reason why that guy got a chance to sleep with her is because he told her he impregnated 6 women and those 6 women had an abortion. If that guy told her he's never impregnated a woman, he doesn't have 6 potential baby mamas, if he had only been in a few relationships, she wouldn't have had no interest in him. But if the guy is dysfunctional and he's promiscuous, they are willing to sleep with him unprotected. This guy basically told her that he's that he's a spreader, that he's a spreader. You know, he would go from this chick to that chick, impregnating chicks here and there. and she still had unprotected relations with him anyway. Because that's how desperate she was to be with this guy. But trust me, if he wasn't smashing a whole bunch of chicks, if he didn't have the swag that she wanted, trust me, she wouldn't have gone nowhere near him. He would have been put in the friend zone immediately. But the reason why he wasn't put in the friend zone immediately is because he displayed that he could get women. He could sleep with women. And pretty much that's all you need in our society. All you need in our society to show women, especially these Western ignorant women, is that you can sleep with a bunch of women. You can impregnate a bunch of women. They will ignore all the red flags they need to ignore. And then they'll have unprotected relations with them. Probably the first time she had relations with them. And then come back later making videos talking about how she got herpes. That's a you problem. If the red flags were there, that's a you problem. But I know everybody's going to blame the guy and say he's in the wrong, all that. But again, she saw the signs that this guy probably isn't testing himself. He's having unprotected sex with multiple women, and she still got with him anyway. And I bet you they weren't in no relationship. He was just smashing. See, women aren't going to tell you that. A lot of these women aren't going to tell you that they're having unprotected relations with multiple guys that they're not even in relationships with. Having one night stands with guys they meet at the club or the gas station. They're not going to tell you that. If a woman is attracted to you, you could tell her that you done committed all types of crime. You could tell her that, you're a complete degenerate. You're broke. You ain't got nothing going on financially. They will overlook all of that. They don't care. Most of these women don't care if these guys got money. They don't. Because they're going to be the ones financially in control anyway. That's what they want. And these women catching all types of ABCs and they having all types of babies by these guys. Not understanding that guy was going to treat you the way he treated those other women. But you see the ego in a lot of these Western women. They don't think that guy is going to treat them the same way he treated those other women. See, that's the delusion. A lot of these women are delusional. And the reason why I said that women will have one night stands with guys they meet at a gas station, because there was a female content creator years ago. She was known for her pear-shaped body. She said she made a video and she talked about how there was this guy that was attracted to her. I think he approached her. And she said that if she wouldn't have left when she did, she probably would have slept with him. That's why I said you got women that will have a one night stand with a guy they meet at a gas station, because you had a woman literally admit that if she would have stayed to listen just a minute longer, she probably would have slept with him. And she admitted this in a video. Imagine dating that woman. So that's why I say, man, the problems that these women have in the dating market are their own. And they're going to just bring those same problems into 2022 because that's what they do. They bring all their problems into New Year. They've been struggling for years. We've been seeing documentaries for almost 10 years about these women struggling, and they still don't get it because they refuse to change their dating ways. They refuse to change what they are into. I don't say into, but what they are attracted to. See, us as men, we make the adjustments. If it ain't working with American women, you got guys that are going to go overseas. They're not going to think twice. They're not going to think twice. They're not going to sit here and try to force themselves to continue to date people they know are not good for them just because of attraction. I see these women, these Western women, dating the same type of men, expecting a different type of result. It's not going to be a different type of result. It's going to be the same result. And for years, they have blamed us for why they are failures when it comes to dating. Make sure y'all like the stream. You are a failure at dating, not because of content creators, but because of you. You refuse to get therapy. You refuse to give up on dirty Dizzick. You're out here sleeping with men who you know don't wear protection. They love to sleep with a bunch of different women. That don't matter to you. Because as long as he can get women, that's pretty much it. These dudes don't even have to have a job anymore. You got women that are dating men who are practically homeless. They ain't got nowhere to go. That's why these dudes beg and plead for these women not to kick them out. I know y'all seen those videos of men begging their girlfriend not to kick them out. Those are the type of males these women are dating. They don't care whether you have money or not. They don't care if you're successful. All they have to do is find you attractive. That's all they have to do. I'm sick and tired of these failure of a women blaming everybody else for why they cannot keep a man. You can't keep a man because you can't keep a man. You done have 5 kids by the time you're 26. That's on you. We can talk about the child support thing. We could talk about whether the guy is a good or bad father. Why are you having multiple kids by multiple men? Let's talk about that. But they don't want to have that conversation because you are a failure. And you can blame content creators all you want to, but your life is still going to be in very bad shape. You're still going to be in an empty bed and you're still going to be sipping wine, popping pills, some of you snorting cocaine. And your life, you're going to lead a very, nothing going on life. So here you go running to YouTube and social media for your drama. To go and blame male content creators for why you're in bad shape. No, it's a you problem. And you want to sit there and think that because a content creator is no longer here, that's going to solve your problems. No, it's your problems are still going to be there. You still going to wake up and be you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chuzzy. The men always adapt to a situation to make it more advantageous. We are natural problem solvers. We realize it's easier to deal with these women casually because women don't provide much of a benefit anymore. Appreciate that, man. I'm not saying it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, these women's lives are going to continue to be bad. You cannot blame content creators for that. Y'all be telling me about all these women that make these videos, right? And they be saying different things about us. To me, those women don't exist.
They say it's not about sex, but when I ask them why did they stay, they'll stay cause the sex is too good. True statements, SMH Bo.
Wow, appreciate that. Yeah, pretty much. If the dick is good, those women are going to stay. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's not about what he brings to the relationship. They know that he's pretty much only going to bring one thing to the relationship. So when he flips on them and he's dysfunctional, they got to understand, listen, you didn't expect anything except for him to pleasure you. That's it. And I don't know how you can get pleasure out of a guy that's broke and destitute. That's weird to me. Like, why are you heifers being weird? A lot of these heifers are being weird. The same women who are ecstatic that a guy is no longer here, you're dating men, you're getting turned on by men that are broke and destitute and not successful, who's living off you. That's a mental illness. That is a mental illness. So we got the weird behavior from these women. They think that because a content creator is no longer here, that's going to save them. No, nothing is saving you, not even Jesus. You know why? Because a lot of you don't even believe. A lot of you claim you believe. You believe in the word, but you don't actually listen to the word. You just look at what makes you look good and what keeps you from getting any type of blame, and you take pieces of that. That's why these preachers are able to manipulate you. Shout out to everybody that's here. And what's really crazy is that these women are religious. How are you religious and you don't really follow any of the doctrine in the Bible? Really? You just look over certain things that make you look good. And you don't really actually read it. And the role of a woman to a man. You really don't. You know, I'm going to take this line from David Carroll. He said he would rather have a pack of cigars. He'd rather choose his sticks over being with one of you heifers. Listen, that was actually going to be put in the title, but I said, nah. It's getting to that point where you got men that will choose video games over being around a lot of you females. And you can say whatever you want about their orientation, this, that, and third. But you got men that are saying, you know what, I just would rather just be to myself. I'd rather be playing video games or doing whatever than being around you. And if I'm around you, it's because I want to get off and get out. Get off and get out. That's basically how these guys are. They don't want to have conversations with you. They don't want to have no long-term relationships with you. They damn sure not going to marry you. That's where a lot of men are getting to. They're getting to the point to where it's just all about smashing and then they're out of there. They're not thinking about anything with you long term. It's never going to happen. And you're delusional if you think anything else is going to occur based off of what you did and how you have treated yourself and other people. And you speaking negativity into existence. See, me, I'm just speaking on what I'm noticing. I'm not really speaking anything into existence that ain't already here. But I think that we are at a point to where I don't know where y'all gonna go from here. I don't know where y'all gonna go from here. I really don't. Because for years, men have been telling you what's going on. You try to ignore it. You got your white knights and your beta males and your clowns and your male feminists. You've had all these guys try to stand and defend, and they get pushed out of the way effortlessly because they're not much of a match. They're a nuisance, but they're not a match. And a lot of these women got to understand that it's up to you to create your happiness. It's up to you to create your happiness, but men are waking up. I've seen more guys start to make videos and speak out against you than I ever have before. And these are just regular guys. They're not MGTOW. They're not red pill. Some may claim it. But they're just guys who see through your BS and they're tired of it. Even women are sick of you. Even women are speaking out against your behavior. What you got to say about that? Hey, beta males, what you got to say about that? You blue pill lames, what you got to say about that? You clowns, okay? You knee bending, pink pill supporting, weak losers. What y'all got to say about that? What you say about all these women? Now we can discuss whether they're doing it just to build it, but I don't give a shit. These women are saying the same thing we're saying. What do you have to say about that? Like, seriously, you can call them pick-me's all you want to, but Those pick-me's could probably have a guy already, or they can get one. You can't get a man because you have all that masculine energy, and a lot of men want nothing to do with it. We don't want anything to do with your masculine energy. Do you hear me? We want nothing to do with your masculine energy. You are a freak. You are a weirdo with your masculine energy. Your voice is deeper than a lot of these guys out here. You have no femininity. No matter how much makeup you put on, no matter how provocative your photos are, you're still a weirdo. You're still a freak. And you're still somebody that a lot of guys are not checking for. Because once men are actually around you, they see you for who you are. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Listen, man, I'm one of those people, man. I don't really care, really, that you got women that are enjoying life and they're out here doing whatever it is they want to do, but you're still miserable. You're running to comment sections and you're bragging about somebody not being here. Does that mean you're happy and living life? That don't seem like it to me. It seems like you're messed up in the head. It seems like that trauma has never healed. And again, I don't care how good you look in an Instagram photo. I don't care how good, you know, but if you displaying a lot of masculine energy, you're going to turn a lot of men off. That's why they're not approaching you. That's why men are not approaching you. Because of that masculine energy. You're built to fail. You need help, psychological help. Get off the pills. Get off the alcohol. Stop listening to these weak ass males, man. They don't even control their own household. You got these married weak ass clowns. Then you got the ones that are desperate for any female attention. You listen to those guys? We got to talk about this. 2022, man, men are not playing. Men are making plans. Men are making plans. They're looking to be happy while you're looking to celebrate somebody dying. And you think that make you look good? That makes you that's going to make you look bad. The internet is forever. And those things you say are going to be screenshotted and is going to be shared all over social media for years to come. You're going to be internet fodder for the rest of your life. That's what your life is going to be. Because you got emotional and you're mad because we're right about you. We are right about you. And you prove it every day when you get on here and you display dysfunctional behavior. Who do you think you're impressing? Seriously, who do you think you're impressing? You're not impressing anybody that means anything. You're impressing a group of people who are bitter and angry themselves. So I want y'all to understand that a lot of men, especially a lot of melanated men, they're moved on. They're moving on. A lot of men are moving on. We're done trying to. I think we've been done. I think a lot of us as men have moved on, especially a lot of melanated men. I've seen these guys, they moved on. And I have no problem with them moving on. Because they need to, because you're not providing anything that they would want. A lot of you masculine heifers, a lot of you disgruntled, dysfunctional, crazy, delusional. I just want to know, when are you going to get help? When are you going to get help? You need help. Stay off the cocaine. Stop popping pills. Get a psychiatrist. Get off the internet. Get a life. Okay, y'all walk around looking angry at the world. Who do you think that's gonna? Do you think that that's gonna help you when you're walking around with your face balled up like that? Or you think that's gonna make you look bad, unapproachable? You already unapproachable. Y'all already walking around, especially you females with boyfriends. You're walking around with these guys as if he's your adult son. There's no masculine energy in him at all. None. Because he's living underneath you, and that's the story of a lot of you.
There's gonna be a lot of lesbians in 2022.
You said that, Snake Eyes. But there, you got some of them already are. Some of them already are going this way and that way and this way. They have no boundaries. That's why they're so screwed up. Listen, I'm making this video because I want y'all to really understand me. I want you to really understand me. We don't owe you shit. Nothing. Okay? Just like y'all claim, y'all don't have to do nothing for, you're not our women. Well, fuck you. You're not our, you're right. You're not our women. How about that? You're not our women. Go out there and be free. Let's see how long that lasts for you come running back to us because you realize, nah, it ain't what it was supposed to be. It ain't what the white lesbian feminists told you it was going to be. So you're going to come running back to us eventually because that's what you always do. You always come running back to us whenever stuff doesn't work. That's why I call you failures. You can say whatever you want about me, but I'm right about you because you're on YouTube laughing about somebody passing away because your feelings got hurt. What a joke.
The two things that modern women hate the most is a man talking about his experiences dealing with these 304s and that same man being successful in life.
You said that, Chazzy. We got women that are trying to date women because they have so much failed relationships with men, so they want to hop on a woman. And then when that inevitably fails because a lot of you women can't stand each other, you go running right back to men as if you were never with a woman. Again, y'all want to blame us for that? Y'all want to blame us for that? Out here, a single mom about 2, 3, 4 kids talking about you dating women. Why don't you stop having children with a man that's not committed to you? How about that? Then you won't have those problems. But, these chicks, they free. So they opening it up for everybody. It's 24 hours. For the men that they want, of course. You know what's the funniest thing I saw? I saw this heifer, Caucasian chick talking about she's tired of men that she's not attracted to. That the men that's attracted to her, she's not attracted to. Now, this is a very average, basic looking Caucasian woman. I mean, who would want this woman? And she's talking about the men that she don't want is hitting her up on social media. I'm like, who are you? You're a basic. You're not even average. You're a tad bit at under average, and you're talking about who you're not attracted to. Y'all got to stop boosting the self-esteem of these women, man. These very average women should not be talking about who and what they don't want and who's attracted to them and who they ain't attracted to. Is more women than there are men. That women should never feel that way. They should never feel that they have options like that, because they shouldn't. There's way too many women out here for them to feel that confident to think that they have those types of options, especially when they're very average and very basic. They should be out here chasing men like dogs used to chase the mailman. Y'all remember that? I don't know what it is, but TV shows, they would always, or movies, they would have a dog chasing the mailman. I don't know what that is. Something like that. Man. That's how crazy it is, man. We got below basic, extra average women talking about their options and what they don't want. Probably don't even have nobody. She too busy out here trying to chase guys that are way out of their league. Yes, there are men that are out of your league. Y'all out here chasing men that you will never get, ever. Ever, ever, ever. You won't ever get those men. I don't know why you think you can, but that's the ego of these women. They think that they can get the men that all these other women got. That's why they're delusional. And that delusion is going to hit them in the face when they realize the dating market is dry. Men are just collecting, women. They're collecting teams, and, they're adding women to rotations. There ain't a lot of relationships going on. The power is in men's hands. And instead of relationships, men are going to be building rotations. They're going to build rotations of women. They're not going to be looking for relationships anymore. This is going into 2022. I see more men building rotations than relationships. They're going to be telling these women up front, listen, I don't want a relationship, but if you want to be with me, you're going to have to get on my program. And you're not going to be the only one. You're not going to be the only one. There's going to be other women who I'm going to be talking to. You're not going to be the only one. And they're going to have to take it or leave it. And as desperate as you heifers really are, but y'all don't show it, you're going to take it. You're going to take it. You already got women being side chicks. So what's wrong with being an extra on a team? They're used to it by now. At least they'll be acknowledged. They ain't used to being acknowledged. Now maybe they'll be acknowledged just a little bit. But yeah, I don't see men wifing a lot of y'all up, man. Men are just going to be collecting women to put on their roster. And that's how it's going to go from here on out. And a lot of you women who had the opportunity for relationships and marriage, all that, you done missed out completely. Because a lot of these guys are learning, and a lot of these guys are completely done with trying to be traditional with you. They're done with that. And you're going to basically be left out in the cold. Make sure y'all like the stream.
These days, the bigger woman, the more arrogance there is. Their DMs and comments feed their egos. Right,
Robert Lee, appreciate it. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Man, these chicks' ego, man, go on Instagram, look at these, and listen, I don't, listen, I'm not here to talk about people's size and all that, but the bigger the woman, the bigger the ego for some reason. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know, man. These women getting a few compliments and now they think, they the best thing ever. I don't know. But that's what's going on, man. I'm like, y'all, don't get it.
Let these ran through chicks keep mean muggin' and pocket watchin' while we get love from attractive feminine women from overseas that at least know how to cook and say please and thank you.
Right. Shout out to Oakland Raiders with the cash out. Keep your foot on these hoes' neck. Absolutely, bro. And appreciate that Snake Eyes too, man, with the super chat, man. Oh man, listen, you got masculine heifers trying to attack feminine women. Maybe I need to go and find a very feminine woman and bring her on the channel someday, maybe. Because I'm seeing way too many of you masculine heifers attacking women for being feminine. And I don't like that. I don't like that because, you are the type of women to sabotage other women for being too feminine. And it's time to remind y'all what feminine is. A lot of you women aren't feminine. A lot of you women are clueless clowns who probably likes to have relations with women and men, probably more so women because of that masculine energy. But you can't duplicate what we have. Okay. You can try to, but you will never be able to duplicate what a man is and what a man can do. You know, like I said, I'd rather drink a hot beer and go hunting with an empty gun. And you got these helpers are attacking feminine women. Like what's wrong with you? Don't you not understand it goes against your dumbass divestment logic that's not going anywhere? Go to some of these, go to the deep inside the manosphere, go to some of these red pill, go to some of these Caucasian content creators that are MGTOW and see what they think about you. They used to clown the shit out of y'all years ago. I was like, damn, this was years ago.
They're comfortable at the bottom and they want all women to be there with them. Cool thumbs up, dark skin tone.
Appreciate that, Pop Smoke. Oh, they're very comfortable at the bottom. They want to drag other women with them. You know, but your masculine energy will not be allowed to function and thrive. And that's the thing. A lot of you feminine women need to stop being friends with these masculine women because they're only going to do is sabotage you and try to get you to hate men like they do because they wish they were men. They'll never be men. They'll never be able to change a woman's perspective like a man can. Can't, you know what I'm saying? You may know women because you're a woman, but you'll never be able to change a woman's entire existence like a man can. You can try, but you will never be able to duplicate that ever. So they will try to sabotage feminine women. And by the way, you know, you notice these non-feminine women, no matter how feminine they try to dress, just listen to them talk. They talk like dudes. You know? And they try to emulate male energy or male swagger, and they can never do that. Ever. So they'll have the most to say about us, but that's because they envy us. They want to be us, and they never will. So they try to play this whole, they're attacking and bashing women when really that's not the case. That's not the case. They just want you to be mad like they are because they wish they were men. They wish they were men, but they'll never be a man. And they want to turn other women against men on this. They're bashing women. Like I've had some of you goofy ass heifers. Like if you check the live stream I did, and even one of the videos I posted, I think yesterday, they're talking about how I hate women and bash women, blah, 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 blah. Who gives a shit that you think that I'm going in on these heifers? They need it because they're learning and it works. Even though I go in on everybody. But a lot of you females who have this hate towards us, y'all use the bashing thing as if that's going to mean something. It means nothing. It means nothing. I chuckle when I see y'all say that because I know you're probably somebody with a low IQ who has this disdain towards men because you did not get help for whatever issues whatever trauma you have. So you want to project. So I just chuckle when I see y'all say that. Now I may banter with you a little bit, but that's only because I want to expose your low IQ and expose you for being just somebody that has so many issues that you need to address. Right? And those issues include getting off social media and stop making goofy, dumb videos about what men are doing, especially what black men are doing, because you don't have a black man. So keep your mouth shut then. Okay. A lot of y'all are getting screwed by black men. You're not dating them. What's funny is that y'all come on here, you say one thing, but look who you're laying up with. 2022 is going to be hard on a lot of y'all because again, men just don't care. Men are not wifing y'all up. They don't have to. They have options. And they know how to utilize those. Unlike you claim you have all these options, but you don't utilize. You know why? Because you have no leverage. When you Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something to these melanated women. When you hop the fence, you don't have any leverage. Your leverage is gone. And non-melanated men know this. And that's why they treat you the way they treat you, because they know you have zero leverage. What you gonna do? Go back to black men? Is that a threat? Is that really a threat? Like, seriously. Is that really a threat? There's no threat to them at all. You have zero leverage. See, we have leverage because we can go and date other women and not think twice. Never come back. I seen a video today. This dude was talking about this. She's either from the Philippines or Malaysia. Anyway, he was talking about how she, cooking him grits and all that, and just being the woman that he wanted her to be. He went where he knew where he thought the love would be, and ain't looked back. Men are gonna go where they think the love is.
Beta males want to be women and beta females want to be men. Strange days indeed, bro. Keep your black Tims on these unrighteousness floors next, Jaye.
You said that, Harbor. Thanks, man. Of course, man. Make sure y'all like the streams. Be at 200 likes. What's going on, man? But see, that's that they thought that things were gonna change. But oh no, we gonna keep it going. We gonna keep the pressure up. So I saw that video. That man looked happy as fuck. Yeah, he looked happy. You see, if we won't change, we go towards it. We don't get on social media and complain. Now, are there guys that have complained and complained and complained? Yes, of course. But you have other guys that utilize their options and they're happy. It's not going to be unilateral. There's going to be guys that are going to feel differently, act differently. That's just how it is. But for the most part, I don't see the mass complaining and the celebrating the death of people. Like what's going on here? Especially people you don't know. All right? Does that make any sense to you?
Look at Amber Rose. She ran back to a guy on her 12 times because she realized she's ran through past her prime and her options are limited. Rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing.
Right, Makai. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, you went back to a guy that cheated on her with 12 different women. Not 12 different times, with 12 different women. Does that seem like a guy that values you? No. He got bored with you, okay? And he went to go find his excitement elsewhere. Because beyond having the body that these guys want, you don't really have anything that you're not really the type of person they want to be around like that. And I tell you, these women ruin themselves, man. Like, you can't sit there and have like a bunch of kids by a guy and then try to distance yourself from him like he's the worst thing ever, but you have all those children with him and you fought to keep him. Like, you literally fought other women to keep him. Yeah, a lot of these women are down bad, man. In 2022, they're going to be down more bad. They're going to be down bad even more. It's going to be tough moving forward because, again, I'm seeing a lot of men waking up, man. A lot of men speaking on your nature, man. A lot of them are, more now than ever before. I think with the pandemic, when that happened, you had a lot of guys who got a chance to be on social media a little bit more, YouTube, and they got a chance to view things for themselves through their eyes. And they got to think about all their experiences, and they were able to say, you know what, something is going on out here. But I want people to understand that you're in control of your life. Nobody else is in control of your life. You are in control of your life. And blaming other people is done. I don't blame people. I look for a way to push through myself. People may say that my video is about blame. No, what blaming? What blaming? Did I blame those women for why that guy killed them? Why that guy killed his two exes? Did I blame those women? No. But I said that they should be accountable for how they reacted to him, as far as threatening him to put out information about him just because of, an argument, but I don't think that they deserve what happened to them. So, yes, things are changing for a lot of these women. Y'all can blame us. You can celebrate the passing of somebody who has done more great things than you ever will. You can do that, but you're still going to be a failure. You're still not going to be successful. Just look at your life right now. See, I don't comment and go at people like that. I make my content, I keep it pushing. But I don't sit there and really be invested in what people saying. Because again, there are people who make videos and things of that nature. I don't even watch them. They don't exist to me. Because I'm not that invested, But from some of the stuff I saw, as far as the comment section of David Carroll's video, I just thought it was disgraceful. And they really think that makes them look good. No, it doesn't. Because, if something happened to one of them, would like the reaction to that? I think some of these people just are mentally just fried. Like there's nothing else there, and they're going to have to fix that. Nobody can fix that but them. We are in a different society. Society nowadays, it's not about traditionalism. It's not about upholding the family anymore. It's about yourself and how are you going to move yourself forward. And that doesn't benefit women. If men start to go on their Sigma journey, so to speak, how does that benefit women? If men go Sigma, if men go the path of MGTOW, that doesn't benefit y'all at all, because men can take their inventive minds and they can build something for themselves, right? Like you got all these feminists that get on social media, they talking about the futurist female. That is on the backs of men. There is no futurist female if it's all female. Because if they don't have men building the infrastructure, it's going to fail very quickly. There's always got to be a man in control of that situation, because if he isn't, then it's going to fall apart. Look at Joe Biden. He's a perfect example of a white male face on feminism, so to speak. Barack Obama was like the biracial face of feminism. That's why they loved him so much. Right? That's why they loved him so much. Because they could live vicariously through him. He embraced them. They could do what they want to do as long as he was in the leadership position and wouldn't let it get too out of control. But when they say the future is female, they're just saying that to make themselves feel good. They know they would never be able to build a society by themselves. It's going to fail. They have so many women empowerment organizations and groups. They donate to women. Georgia's trying to give, these poor black women $850 a month, I think. I don't know if that's on top of the welfare they're probably already getting. Like, they want to give to these women to keep these women in poverty. That's what it's made for, to keep them in poverty. And those women are okay with that because they've already submitted to the system. They want men to submit to the system too. But we have no incentive to submit. None. Because you're just going to give things to women. And if men have to fend for themselves, of course they're not going to accept your socialism. Because you're just going to give everything to women because women have submitted to you. But us as men, we're not going to get anything for free. We have to work for everything we have. There's no getting anything for free. We have to work for everything we have. We have to be inventive. We have to be creative. We know they're not going to do anything for us.
My coworker Tiffany said she loves you content and can a woman go MGTOW?
Thank you, Harbor, for that. Appreciate that. Shout out to your coworker Tiffany. Can a woman go MGTOW? Well, the idea of MGTOW is about a man going his own way from the traditional side of society, right? He's going a different direction due to the rampant feminism and sexism towards men, especially in the workplace. So with a woman going her own way, I think a woman can go in her own separate lane or direction. But you got to ask yourself, what is she going her own way for, right? Is she going her own way because she wants to be on her own? Does she feel like she doesn't fit what this society is anymore? Is she going her own way from traditionalist relationships, marriage, family? What exactly would you be going your own way for? That's the questions you have to ask. But MGTOW is mainly for men choosing to sort of opt out of society because society needs men. So men opting out is a lot more effective than women doing it.
The disconnect really started with Megan and Tori.
Shout out to Vegito. If she's lying, yeah, that's going to I'm going to be one of the first people to go in. If it's because there's already some evidence that she could be lying, but I want more so I could really go in, you know. But I think women can go in their own, direction. But with MGTOW, that's men sort of removing themselves from a society that they built, and then seeing it sort of crumble. Yeah, once all the evidence comes out, or most of it, and it's found out that she's lying, I'm gonna go in. That's all I'm waiting for. And y'all have to send it to me too. So I'll be one of the first to see it if she's lying. If they should be able to find bullet fragments if a shot was fired. That doesn't make any sense to me. I think things start to fall apart in the late 60s, early 70s. I think a lot of corruption started in the government after the death of John F. Kennedy. And that's when a lot of the corruption started in politics. To me, that's when you started to see the corruption start to seep in. Because they used to have standards for working in government. Hardline standards, Shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah, she better not be lying. I'm going to go off. If they can't find fragments, that should tell people lying. But you see Meg Thee Stallion, she is a puppet. She is a puppet. She got a Netflix deal. This is somebody that can't even sell out 4,000 tickets. Somebody that can't even sell out 4,000 tickets, she's getting a Netflix deal. Like what? What kind of documentary are you gonna do on her? She doesn't have an audience. Meg Thee Stallion doesn't have an audience. How you gonna give her a first look deal from Netflix? She ain't gonna bring no eyeballs there. They're gonna be sadly disappointed. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a few phone calls. I'm not gonna be on too long because I have something I gotta do. Yeah, in her hometown, she couldn't sell 4,000 tickets. You giving her a Netflix deal? Come on, man. She doesn't have an audience. She got a bunch of thirsty ass males following her. That's it. You can't sell 4,000 tickets in your hometown. You don't have an audience. You're not a real artist. But see, the real artists know. There are people who haven't been relevant in entertainment in 5 years, or even 10 years, could sell more tickets than her. Sweetie too. Sweetie can't sell no tickets. Sweetie doing joint shows. She's doing joint shows. You know why? Because she can't sell tickets on name records. Because she don't have no real fans. Her fans don't. She doesn't have a buying audience. You know why? Because when you're not putting out good music, nobody wants to see you twerking. Now Saweetie twerking. Red Oak, appreciate it. They got all these commercials. Sweetie doing video gaming promotions. They don't have an audience. I'll tell you, man, Beyonce or Rihanna, one of them, they're probably the last organically built female artist that you will ever see. Nicki Minaj is probably the last. No, not. I would say Cardi B, but Cardi B can sell tickets. So I probably could put Cardi B there. Cardi B can sell tickets. Cardi B can sell tickets. I would say Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are like the last female artists, as far as rappers are concerned, that can actually sell tickets, and their audiences will buy music. But the rest of them, no. They actually have audiences. The other ones do not. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. I put the note. Ain't nobody calling in? Hold on. Let me. Well, I guess ain't nobody calling in, huh? But these pandemic artists, I just don't think so, man. Meg equals Minotaur. Oh, man. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Yo, what's going on? Yo, what's going on?
Yo, hello, Jay the Black.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Jay? I just appreciate you and your message. I wanted to call
Thank you.
in and talk about a video that I saw on social media this afternoon. It was a stripper, I believe. Her friend was recording her, and she was telling the story about how she got shot in the stomach and by her boyfriend, and she decided to stay because, quote unquote, his dick is good.
Wow. Yeah. That seemed to be the reason.
It's just sad. It's just sad how these melanated women in America today, they just it's like they're going backwards. The last 25 to 30 years, they just been so toxic, and they're going for guys who's willing to shoot them in the stomach, but they won't wise up, and it's just sad, man.
Yeah, it is, man. That's bad. That's bad. I tell you, they down bad, man. Tell y'all, man, they are down extremely bad right now. 2022 is gonna be even worse.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to call in and share that story with you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything you're doing. Love your message and all that. And enjoy the rest of the show, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. All right.
All right, man. Be up.
You too, man. All right. Oh. Yeah, man. Women will stay. They will stay if the Dizzy is good. They're gonna stay. He could be putting hands on. He could be cheating on her. They stay. They stay for those reasons. That's why I say they have nobody but themselves to blame when it doesn't work out, man. You can try to blame the men all you want to, but if you're staying with those guys and you know they're dysfunctional, what does that make you? Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Jay?
What's up, man?
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep, I can hear you a little bit. What's up with you, Jay?
Not much, man. What's going on, man?
None of these, but bro, talking about that Megan and Tory situation, I think it's only gonna get worse from here on out. Like, what a black woman gonna do after they come out she lied?
They're gonna deflect and they're gonna say, "Well, we didn't have all the facts," or they're gonna say, "Well, black men don't protect us anyway," and they'll just go into deflection mode.
Yeah, because right now it's really not looking too good for that girl.
No,
it's not. And this was like, what, post-George Floyd, everybody talking about, oh, love your black man, until one of these favorite celebrities got shot. And it's fuck them. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
It's turned on us, man. It's turned on us.
Right. But, yeah, other than that, that's all I wanted to say. I love, been supporting you for some years now.
Okay. Appreciate that.
All right. You enjoy your night.
I will, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, man, for the call in.
Hey, no problem.
All right. Shout out to him. Yo, you live. What's going on?
Oh, hey, what's up, man? First time calling in. Hey, I appreciate what you're saying, but I just want to reiterate to what you said.
Okay.
You said earlier a lot of this stuff, and I kind of saw it too, the way Kevin Samuels was talking about. I feel like a lot of this started to break down. I'm going to call this degenerate behavior because that's pretty much what the shit is, excuse my language. But a lot of this started happening, I say, in the 60s.
Okay.
And then it increased it in the 70s. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had the whole civil rights movement and then the women empowerment movement. But it kind of seems like with a chance of changing for the good, it also became a decline in regards into the two-parent household family. And it seems like in America, the shit has just gotten worse ever since, so much to the point that now that because we are a major superpower nation, we pretty much running most of Western society, a lot of other countries are falling into the degenerate behavior.
Yeah, and we're bringing that behavior to other countries, like Afghanistan.
Yeah. And it's getting to a point that I heard this before. My father said this, and I'm just going to say it too. I'm pretty sure you might have heard this saying too. America is pretty much the modern day Roman Empire, and it's only a matter of time before this country collapses on its own.
Yeah, unfortunately, but that's pretty much that's the trajectory is going. That's why you do have men going their own way.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I wanted to say, and I appreciate what you're saying. Keep on preaching, man.
No problem, man. Thanks for the call in. All right.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too, man. All right. Shout out to him. Oh. Okay. Okay, let me click out and click back in. Okay. All right. One second. Shout out to everybody that's here. Okay, let's see if this works. Yo, you live. What's going on?
Yo, what up, man? It's Samurai Wood.
What's going on, Samurai?
Nah, man, great video, man. Like, great live. I wanted to ask you because I remember a while back, like one of your class videos, why they reject you when you approach them, and it's funny because I just wanted to ask you why it's like, you know, you could be a well put together guy, they'll reject you when you try to, you know, acknowledge them respectfully, but then you'll catch them when they do get in a relationship or they get in a situationship, they're with some random unknown bum, and it's just all like, and it's all like, and then now they want to get mad and they want to revolt and act fake feminine when they see men kind of just going their own way and shit like that. Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah, I think it's a reaction to what men are doing. These women are not taking it well, and they don't understand it's detrimental for them to treat us this way because it's only us that's really going to pursue them like that. You know, I don't know who else is going to be walking through that door that they're expecting. But see, that's the ignorance that they have.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to say, man, like, I think like the one for relationships, especially for a lot of men, like you said, it's kind of like we don't really care anymore. And I feel like, you know, black women they got to have a more accepting and a more positive reaction to, you know, towards black men. And when black men approach them, they should appreciate it. They don't appreciate our attention.
Yeah, they claim that we don't know how to take rejection. I don't believe that. I think men can take rejection. You know, I think there are some that can't, but I think most men do take rejection. That's how they move on, you know, to another woman. You know, I've seen women get angry at being rejected, but, you know, that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, it's all about the narrative, but yeah, appreciate the show, man.
All right, Samurai. Thanks for the call in, man.
All
right. Shout out to Samurai. I got a bunch of missed calls. Lines are open now. I'm going to call in. Yeah, just a bunch of men that can't take rejection. Yeah, there are some guys out there that can't take rejection. You know, we've seen women flip out when they can't take rejection. I mean, it happens. You know, especially if they're not used to being rejected. But if men are used to being rejected, ain't nothing to them. You just move on to the next girl. You know? There's women that out here that be flipping out when you reject them. I saw it, man. There was a video of a woman showing up at her ex house trying to light him on fire. Does that seem like a woman that is that can handle rejection? And got caught on video trying to do that. Yo, you're live. What's going on?
Hi, Jay. It's Daisy.
What's good, Daisy?
Hi. I'm sorry about your loss and all that.
Thank you.
I want to go back to what one of the previous callers was discussing. He said that you really saw like a difference in women's attitudes and behaviors about like 30 years ago or 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just would like to see your point of view. I think a lot of it has to do with hip hop. And even though I love hip hop and I am half black myself and I feel rooted in the culture and all that, I do feel like there's a lot of negativity that's, you know, like prostitution, like the city girls and all of that. Do you know me? Like, it's really been, even going back to Little Kim, it's really been detrimental to our community. And it's been to the fact where, like, in the black community, like, sex really has little meaning, like, spiritually and love-wise. And not to sound cliche and, like, super girly about it, but isn't that what really sex is? Like, we really shouldn't just be fucking everybody out here. And I feel like the leftists have seized hip-hop in a certain way to exacerbate the negative qualities that the black community already suffers from. So that's why I feel like a Lauryn Hill or another artist like that can't really break the same way a Cardi B or a Meg Thee Stallion or the City Girls break now. Like, we have Cardi B acts like if she's some sort of political commentator on behalf of the black community. She has interviews with the president. Why do we have somebody who has admitted that she doesn't write her songs, she doesn't give a fuck about hip hop, that she does it for the money and the check cashes the same, that she drugs and robbed men, and she has all these girls on OnlyFans and wanting to be strippers and wanting to profit off of their vagina, and somehow she's an honorable representative of hip hop
Yeah, that
and
was
the
a
black
disgrace.
community.
Yeah, that was a disgrace. That woman should never represent hip hop or black people in general. It's not even black, goodness gracious. Or black American, excuse me.
Yeah, and it's going beyond Cardi and all of that, I just feel like it's a lot of white liberal feminists that have propped her up into this position and give her all of these opportunities because really they are racist and they don't give a fuck if we have families and if there's a dad in the house and if there's a mom in the house that's committed to the children.
Yeah, they're very racist. They're very racist and discriminatory. Let a black woman get a position over them. They're going to complain about it. Trust me.
Exactly. And I don't know, us real bitches, we can tell too that concern be fake. Do you get me? That they see that black culture is winning right now.
Yeah.
So they want to act like, they're part of something, or especially, these political hacks. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I know that was all over the place, but I just want to conclude with saying that I feel like hip hop has really been taken over as a way to indoctrinate a lot of this fluoration into the young girls.
Yeah, it has. It's unfortunate, but that's why I say none of this mainstream stuff people should really even be listening to. A lot of these people can't even rap. The music is trash. No need to listen to them.
I agree completely. I think, it'd be the most feminist women that only push these artists because they have sex appeal and because they're light-skinned and they fit the trendy model right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they love Doja Cat. They love Nicki Minaj. But these women,
Sweetie.
Yeah, they complain about being sexualized, but look at the people they support. They're sexualizing themselves.
Yeah, so I think as a community, we just need to pay attention to the covert ways that we're being attacked. And, the Democrats are the same party of Jim Crow and the Ku Klux Klan and forced slavery.
Absolutely.
Just because they gave us, we had the civil rights movement in the 60s. Uh-huh. How did they go from enslaving black people overtly to covertly is what people need to think about, because that explains why our community is in the state it is and why black people are only a 13% minority over decades and Hispanics are going to eclipse them by 2050.
Right. Uh-huh. Yep. That's why I tell people, do your research and stop listening to these people who who tell you what you want to hear and they're not really informing you properly because they have an agenda.
And people be looking at these people for who to vote.
Right.
We take political advice from these people that we don't even share values with, really.
Mm-hmm. That's why, again, people do your research. Okay, Daisy. Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for letting me get that off.
Oh, that's fine. Thanks for the calling, okay?
All right, peace.
Peace. Shout out to Daisy, the call in. Daisy always supporting. I may take one more caller, man. Maybe one more caller. Then I have to go. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. It's been a lively chat, Yo, you're live. What's going on?
What's going on, Jay? How's it going? It's Robert, man.
What's good, Robert?
I want to talk to you real quick. I know you say you got something to do.
Yeah.
One thing I'm starting to notice is that a lot of African American women, there's all these complaints about men and their preferences.
Right.
Like I was telling a group of African American women, I've never dated an African American woman. I just never have, because between growing up in the Dominican Republic and then coming over here to America, living in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood, going to a Hispanic school, even the field that I work in, being Catholic, I just never met any.
Okay.
And so they were like, you're a colorist.
Oh man.
But I'm just like, and I always ask, I say, okay, but I dated a Dominican woman who I guess y'all would consider black.
Right.
And say, so first it was, I don't like black women, but then it was, once I told them that, no, but you've never dated an African American woman. But which one is it?
Right.
I feel like that's the thing. The narrative always seems to change. It's like, first it was, you don't date black women. Then, okay, when you date an international black, but you don't like us.
Yeah.
And then, the whole colorism argument, it's like, but I like this, because then they'll say like, but you don't like this type of color. So it seems like they're trying to put it all in this one box.
Yeah.
And, whenever you try to say like, it's this, they move the goalpost. So it's like, you can never win. And I think that's the thing that I keep noticing. And I always tell them, look at the other cultures of women.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see Middle Eastern women from Lebanon and Jordan? Do you see them twerking? By and large,
no, I don't.
I mean, do you see them getting on Clubhouse and Facebook and Instagram talking about they need an N-word who makes six figures? No, like,
yeah.
And I get it. Us men, we have to. My father always say, men, we set the tone. Us men have to set the tone. If we set the tone as men, then the women will follow.
Right.
And obviously, I can get into the whole, maybe black men aren't setting the tone like black African American men aren't setting the tone, and that's a whole nother conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But women still have to make better choices. Just because the men are setting the tone doesn't mean you can still. That justifies you going out there twerking and setting thirst traps.
Right. Yeah. See, but they don't understand that. They think that we're actually telling them that they can't do what they want to do because they, for some reason they think that that's womanhood, but that's them being free and doing all those things. But they don't understand that if you have a man that's, is leading your household, he's going to have certain things because you wouldn't want him going out and being an attention seeker. So if he's telling you to not do certain things and you do it anyway, that's because you want to do it. You don't really care about his leadership. And that's the mindset. It's this mindset of they want to lead. It's that feminist mindset that has really warped women to believing what they believe now, which is detrimental to them in any type of relationship.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, use my sister. My sister, is bought into the American philosophy. So she had my brother-in-law. They had a daughter together.
Okay.
She was messing around with the principal at her school.
Mm.
So she left my brother-in-law to go be with the principal at her school. Wow. Obviously, six-figure man, older man. But what she found out was it wasn't. Yeah, he was paying for all this stuff, taking all over the place.
Yeah.
But he liked to exercise. He liked to exercise his options on the side.
Mm.
She didn't like that. See, karma came back. He she cheated on my brother-in-law, and here she is with the new man. He's exercising his options on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So she left him. Then she's gone from dude to dude to dude. Now she's with some guy whom she's having to support.
Mm.
And I'm just like, see, that came full circle. Had you just stayed with the father of your child, you would have had a better life. Uh-huh. Yeah, he didn't make as much money. He was an average regular dude, but he loved you. I mean, he worshipped the ground you walked on.
Mm.
Because he was a little nerdy, maybe a little annoying. You left him, and now look, you come full circle. Now you're supporting some. Now you're supporting some dude. You're giving this man money to pay for his child support, and he's still messing around with his baby mother.
Mm. Yeah, man.
And that's but my sister doesn't like to hear. And I think that accountability, because she'll say, "Well, it was my choice," and that's what I hear a lot from a lot of women, like,
that's
"Oh, it's my choice.
To.
Well, I made that mistake." Yeah. So I mean, I try. It's one of those things. You try to explain the choices.
Mm-hmm.
And you try to explain, okay, well, every action has a consequence. And I think that's the thing that a lot of women don't understand is like, it's not me as a man just telling you can't do something. Like when you make a choice, there's going to be a consequence,
mm-hmm.
no matter what that choice is.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of women don't want to believe that. They don't want to believe that there's a consequence. Like, you should just accept me. My sister's going around saying, well, she doesn't want to have any more children.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, but if you get with a guy who doesn't have any children, wants children, like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But
it's choices, man.
The last thing I'll say, like I super chatted, but I think it's really true. What I'm starting to notice is a lot of these bigger girls, the big girls, boy, they are just as arrogant as the skinny girls.
They might be even more arrogant. They might be more arrogant. Yeah.
Yeah, these big girls, I mean, they're putting on their leggings, their heels, their nice little outfit. They think they're They think the sexiest thing. They think they should be on the front of Cosmo. You can't approach these big girls for nothing.
Nothing, man.
They think that but you look at the comments on Instagram and Facebook, us men, again, I agree with you. We got to stop feeding giving that ego boost. Like, oh, you sexy, you're bad. You know what? Because that's making them think, oh, well, look at my DMs. Look at my comments. I must be sexier than all these skinny chicks. Yep. So that's why they don't want to be fit and feminine.
No, because it's because of the comments, man. Yeah.
Exactly. But hey, thanks for taking my call. Hey, have a Merry Christmas, Jay.
You too, man. Thanks for the call in. Okay, Robert.
All right.
All right. Peace. Shout out to everybody that's here. I think that's it for the phone calls, man. Listen, I'm gonna take phone calls on the next show. I promise, man. Listen, I'll take I might do a part 2 to this. This might have to be a part 2. You know what I'm saying? And I'll probably play some video clips on that one. But nonetheless, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to the super chatters, the people that have liked the stream, that have shared it. If you haven't already, click notification bell. If you haven't, if you're new here, subscribe, because my streams are always great. Shout out to the moderators, the channel members, the patrons. I appreciate all of y'all. You can expect new Patreon content this week. Make sure I go to the Teespring store, buy something to support the platform, and subscribe to all the channels. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Shout out to the callers too. We have some good calls. I love the comments. Y'all made some good comments. Let's see. Yeah. Listen, on the next show, I'm gonna take callers. All right. I'm gonna take calls on the next show. So make sure y'all stay tuned. See. All right. Salute to everyone. Listen, if there's anything I want y'all to get from the stream, is that follow your own path, man. And live life the way you want to, man, because you never know when that's it for you. You never know when that's it for you, man. So just understand that I appreciate the support from everybody. Make sure if y'all have anything that you want to send me to do videos on, you can send it to my email. The email is in the description box. Okay? And you can send it to Instagram too. You can tag me on Facebook as well. All right. Shout out to moderators again, channel members, everybody for supporting. I don't want to go too long without doing another show, so I'm gonna make sure at least I try to do a show tomorrow, because I want to get people's perspective on this, because I do think that we lost a great one, but there can be more great ones, and the potential is there to really push this forward to where our ideology makes a difference. And I think it absolutely can make a difference. I think we can absolutely make a difference out here. All right, people. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care and have a good rest of your night, all right?